What's going on, guys? Hope everybody's having a great day. We're playing some Dragonheir Silent Gods. This is a sponsored video for Dragonheir. Huge shout out to them for sponsoring the video. And they've got a brand new season, span new game. The Fall of Increscent is season 2 of Dragonheir Silent Gods, and they've added a ton in with this new season. If you'd like to try it out, you can download using the link in my description as well as the pinned comment. And like I've said, they've added a ton of things. So they've got an all new sandbox Aethercarn, where they've got the Merfolk, which is the new kinsfolk. It's a nice island kind of off the coast of the main map that we play from season 1. And there's a new dungeon boss there, as well as some new dungeon bosses throughout the map. They've got 30 new heroes, new elemental affinities, new damage types, just so much new stuff. It's kind of like a brand new game. You've also got new equipment, new artifacts, a smoother early game progression. So they've added some things in to make sure that you have everything you need when you start the new season. When you start season 2, if you've already completed season 1, you'll have a faster progression because your teleportation circles will be unlocked. You will have some other things on the map unlocked to kind of help you progress fast. So make sure you download using the link in my description as well as the pinned comment. Today we are going to be taking a look at some of the dungeons. Actually, I've been farming Grave of Venom, Curse, and Rot quite a bit. My Curse team is the one that I am probably the most proud of because I can't do it on auto. I have to do it manual. So every time I play it, I actually feel it, and it feels good because we win. This team I would love to run on auto, but I'm going to show you how it works. We're going to break it down a bit, the champs, maybe talk about the gear a little bit as well. But we've got Hexandra in there for heals. We've got a Varesh in there for our support. He's also going to be providing, buff prohibition because the boss does self-buff, and we don't want the boss to self-buff. We've got Shook in there, who's going to be helping to remove shields as well as keep that ultimate energy down. We've got our Traveler, who's going to be, providing DPS for us, and we've got a Sigrid providing DPS as well as attack down and healing prohibition, which we don't actually need. But this is how the team goes, and I'll talk about the gear a bit after. It's not that important, but it is a little bit important, and I can't necessarily run it on auto just yet. So this first cycle, we kind of just need Varesh to remove the buffs from the boss because we aren't fortunate enough to get all of our debuffs up in time. And as you can see, he is reducing the ultimate energy, which makes it a bit difficult to run on auto because the ultimate energy is moving back and forth. It's kind of hard to time it, and we need decreased attack at a certain time. We also need the shield removed at a certain time. I also need Varesh to place buff prohibition at a certain time. So it has been a bit difficult to get it timed for automatic, for it to run on auto. But I won't say it's impossible. I'll probably be able to do it at some point, but right now I just haven't quite figured it out. So we're gonna remove that shield with Shook, and we're gonna, as soon as it gets right to about the first skill, we're gonna pop Varesh and pop him right now because the boss is gonna he's gonna try to place buffs on himself, but we're not gonna let that happen. And right before the boss uses the ultimate, make sure we hit with Sigrid so that we can go ahead and get our decreased attack or attack penalty. Remove the shield again with Shook and go ahead and get some damage up with the Traveler. And almost time for Varesh to go ahead and place buff prohibition again. So this is the cycle, constantly clicking through this, which I don't mind, while I'm playing. Do want to be playing as much as possible. Running things just on auto is not that fun, and I'm running most things on auto, so doesn't feel bad to just actually play a dungeon boss. I would love to just be farming it, but we'll get there. We will definitely get there. We're gonna decrease attack again. Boss is gonna smack. We're gonna remove this shield, get some damage up with our Traveler, get some heals in as well. Make sure we're at full health. Go ahead and get that buff prohibition up with Varesh. And there are some other options of champions that you could bring in here as well to help you out if you don't have all of these champs. There are rare champions that, you know, still ultimate energy as well. There are some other champs that can remove the shield for you also, but Varesh probably one of the best options. Shook was the first option I had to remove the shield, so not sure offhand who else you could potentially use, but that is the comp. That is how it works. That is how it cycles. Now, if we take a look at the gear that I have on the champs, obviously Sigrid is, you know, let's pay attention to the stats more than anything. She has decent attack, decent accuracy to make sure that she can place that attack penalty for us. A little bit of skill haste could be better. I do have the eyeball of the giant artifact on her, giving her ultimate skill some extra damage as well. The traveler, he's built okay-ish, right? Decent attack, a little bit of crit rate, some crit damage, no skill haste, which I should probably change. And right now I'm running this manticore statue on him, which gives his battle skill a bit more damage, so we get some, you know, damage in between the ultimates as well. Horus is actually in a set to give him some accuracy, so he could potentially be placing attack penalty for us as well, because he does have a chance of placing attack penalty too. So he has a little bit of accuracy, but pretty tanky, 106k HP, a little bit of defense, not much, but kind of a mixed build, a hybrid build if you will. I probably should be putting him in some sort of support set, just to help me out overall in the game. So this is my Hexandra. She has 81k HP, not much else, mostly just stacking HP on her, a little bit of attack as well, because she does need attack for her heal. If you take a look at the multiplier for her heal, it is 150% attack and 1500% enlightenment, so she does have a little enlightenment but not much. Kind of went for more survivability. I would love to get more enlightenment on her, and she does have quite a bit of resist because I was running her in one of the other dungeons, and it just really helps to have resist on her. And we also have Varesh here. Varesh is, you know, decent accuracy, decent HP, not much more, decent skill haste as well, so 45 skill haste to make sure he can keep cycling back around to that ultimate ability. And we have him in the crown, so we can land, you know, defense penalty as well to help us out. And we've got Shook here, who has, you know, decent accuracy, okay HP. I would love to have more HP on him and a good bit of skill haste at 47 skill haste, just so he can keep cycling back around so we can get that shield down. And I've got the lunar harp on him, which increases the chance of, you know, inflicting buffs on debuffs using the ultimate skill. So we definitely want to, you know, have any chance to get that shield off. Actually, I'm not sure if that affects getting the shield off, but he does land some debuffs with his ultimate. So he has attack penalty too, also has a recharge speed penalty if he removes the shield. So solid champion for sure. There are some other options that you can use as well, though. If you would like to, you know, remove the steal the ultimate energy, you can use, you know, Grover for that. I know a lot of people using Grover for that. You can also, you know, have champs with ultimate down. You've got a ton of options here. You have Latalis, you also have Zadie, you have Refi. You've got Adri, who is one of the more popular ones, and Jigel as well. So you got a few champs there. As far as like stealing the buff, so you could steal buffs with Grover as well. So steal that attack up that the boss does and the other buff that the boss does. And you want to remove the shield. You've got Brody, who also does it, so he is another option of someone who could dispel the shield for you with his ultimate. He also adds defense up, so some survivability as well. So you do have some options to go through this dungeon and take it down. We'll run it one more time just to, you know, show you guys again the mechanics. So we're coming in this first turn, and this is why Grover is so good, because he, you know, can steal these buffs as well. But we need Varesh to still at least the decrease attack, and I did not place decrease attack myself. That's not how you want to do it. That's not how you want to do it. Don't forget to place attack penalty on the boss before the boss uses the ultimate, because you probably will get wiped unless you have like really good gear, so you get a lot of survivability. But we need to steal those buffs, and we did, and we're good. Break that shield down. I'm gonna wait until the boss is just about to use his skill to use a rush, because we're gonna decrease the ultimate energy quite a bit. All right, we have buff prohibition now. We can get damage up, and we're gonna use our attack penalty there. Break down the shield, and see there he did not break the shield down, but it's okay. Keep going with everything else. Make sure we get everything on the boss that we need to, so the boss does not buff up. Get our attack penalty up. All right, and he should remove the shield for us this time. We were a bit unlucky there. Proc all of our ultimates now. Take our heals. Get our attack penalty up as well. With Sigrid. Right before the boss uses the ult, and we'll be good to go. And it's not difficult at all if you have the champions. It doesn't require any crazy gear. Take a bit of heal, because you could theoretically do this with, you know, pretty much all rare champions. Very free to play. All right. Go ahead and remove the shield, get our damage up, get buff prohibition up, take a little bit of healing, and now we're just working on the boss. Trying to get the boss down. Take that attack penalty. Here we go. Cycle back around, maybe 1 or 2 more times, and we should be done with this. Go ahead, get our damage up. Go ahead, get attack penalty up. And do this smooth sailing from here. Go get buff prohibition up, get our damage up, take our heals. And man, once I figure out how to get this tuned properly on auto, it's gonna be amazing. I would love to push up to the next stage. Actually have not tried it, but I probably should be. But that is gonna be all for this one, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, be sure to download the game using the link in my description as well as the pinned comment. And until next time, be good and be well.